for your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FIFA 22 Ultimate Team coins, then please do check out u7buy.com. The link is down in the description below, and use the code WOLF at the checkout for a huge 5% off your order. Yes then, YouTube, we are back. New patch, and you know what that means. New custom tactics for you guys. And this new patch, by the way, very, very, very good. I like it. I've been playing a little bit on it. I like it, you know. I like it. So, the 3-5-2 is back. You will have seen a lot of the pros use this and the 4-3-2-1. If you haven't already, go and check out my previous 4-3-2-1 custom tactics video. It will be somewhere around here. Just press on it if you want. The two main formations that the pros use at the playoffs were the 4-3-2-1 and the 3-5-2. The reason for that, they're probably the best formations on the game, along with like a 4-2-2 or a 4-4-2 as well, or a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Any of them formations, and you won't go too far wrong. So, I'm here to show you the custom tactics to use with the 3-5-2. This is how I set my team up in-game on my road to glory with the 3-5-2. By the way, these do work on both new gen and old gen. So, basically what that means is I run a road to glory on my new gen on PS5, but then my pay-to-win account that you guys will have seen R9 Moments and all of them players on there, that is on old gen on Xbox. So I do play both new gen and old gen. So that means my tactics work the same on both new gen and old gen. So yeah, any of you guys that are on old gen, big ups, I'm still with you guys. So yeah, 3-5-2. That's how I set my team up. Jota and Felix as my strikers. Messi as the cam. Zaha as the left mid. Robertson and Bruno as the two CDMs. Team of the year, Hakimi in the right midfield. And then the back three, of course, Diaz, Desi and Mitchell. So, the custom tactics. What do I use with the 3-5-2, you ask? I hear you guys. Here it is. So, on the defensive style, I play balanced. Press after possession loss and pressure on heavy touch are good though. So, one thing I will say, if you are going to use a pressure on heavy touch or a press after possession loss while using a 3-5-2, you are probably going to struggle defensively. You are going to ship a lot of goals, so I wouldn't really recommend that for you guys. They are good, but just be wary of when the AI does press, you have to be on the ball and think, right, they're pressing, I need to switch on. I can't just drag my centre-backs out, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, you will be just cut open like sliced bread, like a knife through butter. Simple as that. That's what will happen. But they are good though, but just be wary if you're going to use them that the press will sometimes be a bit annoying. So I always use balanced, a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team's shape is neutral. That's what I use. I've always used balanced. Press after possession loss though is good, like I said, but I think especially when you're using a back three, you don't want to go too YOLO with this. So I do use balance. The width. This is where it does get interesting. I now run with 40 width. Remember, if any of you guys are returning viewers and subscribers, you guys will know that I used to always really just play on like a 50 width or something. But believe you me, I like to have my team as narrow and compact as you can. Because what you will see with the player instructions as well is that your team will defend with a back five. And that back five will be very narrow and very compact. Basically meaning there's just not a lot of space for your opponent to score goals with. So 40 on the width. The more compact you are, the more likely, the less likely you are to concede, right? The more players you have back when you're defending, you know the vibe. The depth, this is where it does get interesting a little bit. The depth is 100% up to you. I would recommend anywhere between 50 and 65. If you do want to lower it a little bit to 45, you can do that as well. But me, I now run on 60, so I do play 40 on the width and 60 depth. I just like my defensive line to be a little bit higher. You know, even though we do have 3 centre-backs, instead of 4 defenders, we do also have the 2 CDMs. And remember what I always say, like when we use the 4-2-2 or something. When you have the 2 CDMs, you can afford for your defensive line to be a little bit further forward. It will help you out a hell of a lot more. So 40 on the defensive width along with 60 on the defensive depth. But anywhere between 50 and 65, if you want to use that, you won't go too far wrong. So if you struggle defensively, maybe lower it down to like a 55. You know what I'm saying? So 40 and 60 for me. On the build-up play, it is always going to be balanced. I never really use anything else. Like I always do say on every tactics video though, long ball is a good option. So if you are struggling with the attacking side of the game, I would maybe recommend give long ball a try. But just be wary your team will just like bomb forward. The thing that I struggle with long ball is I don't really see many passing options for a short pass. Which is what happens because the team will make runs for long balls into space. So all your team will just run away from you because they're making runs into space, which can be good. But I sometimes do like to keep the ball and slow it down a little bit. So balanced is for me. And of course, YouTube, you know the vibe at this point. Direct passing, 100% is the vibe. You know what I'm like with direct passing. I really love it. I've used it all year and will probably use it all again next year. It's super, super, super overpowered. Use and abuse it. The width, I then do play on 55. I up the width just a little bit, so my left and right mid are just a little bit wider than they would normally be. That then creates a little bit more space in the middle of the pitch for my cam and my two strikers to operate. Have a little play around with what you think. I run on 55 width. That's what I use. Players in the box, I do. Is that 6 right there? Yeah, it is on 6. I used to play on 7, but with a 3-5-2, you don't need too many players running forward into the box. So 6 for me. And of course, if you're going to take anything from the video, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me. So they're the tactics. Let's get into the player instructions. So I have stay central and getting behind on both my strikers. That is it. I don't have them on come back on defence or stay forward. Literally just stay central and getting behind. I've been using stay central a lot on my strikers recently, and there's a reason for that. I find it to be very effective in terms of, like, especially when you're on new gen, for that extra pass in the box. If you're on an old gen, I find it useful just for having more players in the box to score more goals, basically. So yeah, stay central and getting behind on both my strikers. Remember what I said, use and abuse it. By the way, guys, as we do get into the player instructions, if you please want to drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to my channel. We're like well on the way. We're on the road to 25k, so I want to hit 25k as soon as possible. So if you can please subscribe to my channel, that would mean the world to me. My cam, as we then get back to the player instructions, is then on stay forward. So stay forward and get into the box for cross. Very simple, really. Just stay forward, get into the box for cross. That's all we put on him. Have him staying forward in that cam roll and have him on getting to the box for cross. Like I always say to you guys, the more players you have in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal, right? Wilfried Zaha, my left mid, is then on come back on defence and getting behind. That's it. Literally just come back on defence and getting behind for my left mid. And that is exactly the same on my right mid as well. So come back on defence and get him behind. Use and abuse it. You're going to want 100% have him on come back on defence. Like 100%. I used to have them on getting to the box for cross, but I didn't really find it like a necessity, so I just have them on balance now instead of that. And last but not least, my two CDMs are on, what are they on? So I have both of them on balanced and cover centre. So that's what I have both of them on. But I do get that some of you will probably struggle defensively with that. So if you do struggle defensively, just put one of them on stay back while attacking. You know what I'm saying? Just put one of them on stay back while attacking. Leave the other on balance. So for me, it would be Andy Robertson that would be on stay back while attacking, and then Bruno on balanced. And then, of course, all 3 centre-backs, I don't touch them. They are all just on stay back while attacking. And then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my updated post-patch 352 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like on it. Drop a comment down below and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.